Alright, so here we'll be looking at how to work with our pages and our posts. In the last section, we have installed and activated our premium WordPress themes and plugins. We have also imported our demo data and we have configured our WordPress website to look exactly like their template. Alright, so right here, we'll be looking at how to work with our pages and posts. Alright, I decided to bring this up among other important aspects of website designing because of one page, which is the home page. Very important. The home page is a page that contains a summary of what your business or your website is all about, and it's very important that you take your time to work on your home page. Remember when I started website designing, I could spend a week working on the home page. Why? Because I understand the importance of having a good home page. Then I had no website to advertise my business. In fact, I do not have any portfolio to advertise my business. All I was doing then is that once I have any clients, I'll make sure I work on the home page very well in such a way that once I submit the project to the client, all the client needs to do is to forward the website to his or her business partner, and once this business partner see the homepage, they'll be like, who designed this website? And that is how I will be referred. So then my business was based on referral purposes, and that is the power of the homepage. The homepage is very important. So right here we'll be looking at how we can set up the homepage. All right, so let's go back to our browser here. Let's go to our website here. So right here, this is our home page. Now, when we're talking about the home page, there are things you need to put into consideration. The first thing here is the brand color of the business. If it's your business, you have to know the color combination of your business. There are some business that their color combination is yellow and blue. Take for instance this particular business. Now you can see the logo is having yellow and blue and a touch of white. So basically here, if you go back to the website, you see that the website has no other color other than yellow, blue, white, and little touch of red. All right, so the color combination is very important. So if you're working on any website that is for a client, what you need to ask the client first is the logo of his or her business. All right, the logo should contain the color that you will use in the website. You can see right here, if I bring this slider here with this kind of color, you will say it's a bit okay. So the best practice is get the logo of the business and make sure that the color of the logo matches the color of the website. If it doesn't match the color of the website, all you need to do is to go to the theme options to tweak the color to suit the logo color, right? So let's assume we want to tweak this website to suit what we want to work on our home page right now. There are two ways you can do this. If you are logged in as an admin, you can edit the page directly here, or you go back to the dashboard. Right, if you go to the dashboard here, let's click on the dashboard here. Right, you hover your mouse on pages. Right, then you click on all pages. Right, now you're going to look for the page that is called the front page. You can see here, this is the home. It's carrying the front page. Under the pages, we have the edits, the quick edits, the trash, the view. This is the theme editor. It's called WP Bakery Page Builder. All right, that was the particular JS composer that we installed there. So right here, we're going to click on edit now. Edit now helps us to edit the whole page. All right, we're going to talk about this in full when we start talking about how to work with pages and posts. Right here, we just want to focus on the home page. So we'll click on edit, then this is where it's going to take us to. Right now, we are going to have our home page open somewhere here, and we're going to have the place where we can edit this particular home page open in another tab. All right, so right here we are using the theme editor called WP Page Bakery. There are basically two main types of page editors. We have the Elementor and we have the WP Page Bakery. There might be others, but these are the best page editors when it comes to WordPress website. All right, so right here we are working with WP Page Bakery. You can see there are different views here. This is the Gutenberg editor. If you click on the Gutenberg editor, going to take us to a place that looks like this. You can see this is more like code. So if you are good in programming, you can come right here to tweak some of these things. All right, if you don't want this, let's go back here. This is the front end editor. The front end editor is when you want to start designing your website from the front end. All right, take for instance, you can edit directly here. Let's click on that to see that. All right, so right here you can see we are the front end and we have our edit options. You can see right here, once I click on this pen, I'll start editing this particular row right from the front end. So basically here, this is how to edit our website from the front end using the WP Page Bakery. Let's click on the back end. The back end will take us to where we can edit our home page using the back end. All right, this is the back end here. The last edit option here is the classic mode. All right, the classic mode will open like Gutenberg editor. All right, so right here, let's stick to the backend editor. Let's click on the backend editor. I love using the backend editor. There are lots of people that like using the front end editor. Why? Because they want to see everything they are doing. But I have knowledge about programming, especially with CSS, JavaScript, HTML, and the likes. I don't need to go to the front end to know that this is how my website will look like when I do something like this. So I love using the backend editor. All right. So right here, the first thing we have at the home page here, you can see is the revolution slider. This was where we came to reset the revolution slider after importing our exported revolution slider design. All right. Then the next thing here is this layout. The first one that says pro printing services, graphic design, copying services, and the like. So we can edit this to suit what we want right here. So the best way to do this is to come right here. You can see they have done all the settings for us, and right here we cannot discuss fully on WP Page Bakery. I'll do a video on the use of WP Page Bakery, alright, but let's just play around with it right here. And the first thing here is the row. This is where you get to select the row. You can see when you hover your mouse on this, you can see it's set to 3 by 3. Why is it 3 by 3? This is 3 columns and 3 rows. Now, how do we change this? Take for instance, this particular website only has a mission and a vision statement. You can just write mission and vision statements, then you delete this one, and there is a way you can stretch this particular row so it covers up the space for this particular one. Or you can still leave this like this. It's advisable you don't actually tweak if you know you can work with the theme layout, right? So right here, you can edit this to mission statement, vision statement, then about us, or you can have about us here, mission statement, vision statement. So the big header here is going to be on about us. You can delete, we work with passion. Then you have your about us written here. Then the mission statement here, you have the mission statement written here. The vision statement, have the vision statement written here. All right, you can remove the button here if you don't want the button. All right, so how do we do all of that? You can see right here, the first thing we have is the heading. Now let me explain how this works. Now this is a column. This column is the column you are seeing right here. So everything you are seeing in this place is what you are seeing here. Then this is another column. This column is the middle column here. Then the last one is this. All right, you can see even from the color differences. This is purple, this is yellow, this is red. And see, this is purple, this is yellow, this is red. So it's very simple to navigate. So right here, the first thing they have here is the heading. If you hover your mouse on any of the elements, you are going to have the option to edit. You are going to have the option to duplicate or clone. You are going to have the option to delete. All right, so right here, let's click on the edit here. And see right here, it's having pro printing services. So this pro printing services is what we are having directly here. You can change this to whatever you like. Then this is the subtitle. We work with passion. You can remove this. How do you do that? All you need to do is to highlight everything here. Highlight everything here, delete that. All right, and this is where you have the subtitle tag. Is it going to be a paragraph? If you want it to be big, you can select the H1 or H2. All right, but I've deleted that. I don't need to change the settings. Then under the title here, you can see the title tag is having H2, which is the second biggest headings we have in HTML. Right, then right here we have the layout title under the subtitle. You can also have another layer that is called subtitle behind the title, title only, and the likes. If you just want to add about us here, you can just select the title only and you start writing your about us, right? So after that, we talk about the alignment. You can go through all of this. This is why it's called the content management system. These are things you can do all by yourself without anybody guiding you through all of that. So right here, CSS animation. If you want this to animate, you can select any of these. This is bouncing. You can choose no here if you don't want it to animate, and after all of that, you click on save changes. All right, so we have made a major change to this particular one. The next one here is WD empty space. All right, the WD empty space gives you the space between this and this. You can see that there is a little space between this heading and the text right here. All right, so you can see by default they are having the same spacing. So right here, this is where you can select the height in mobile, the height in tablets, the height in desktop. It's set to 30 pixels. All right, so you can adjust this, you can remove this if you don't want to add any space, and after that you click on save changes. Then the next one here is the heading. The heading here is more like what we are having at the first place, but I'm very sure they will not select H2. They are going to leave this as a paragraph or as H5. All right, you can see apparently we had reached a great height for the sky was black. You can see apparently we have reached a great height for the sky is black and all of that. You can change all of these to suit whatever you want, and after that you click on save changes. All right, so that's that for the heading. Then the next here is WD empty space. They added another space here because after this there is a space before the button. So right here, this is the space. You can change this to suit what you want. After that you click on save changes. So after the WD empty space, I had the button here. So let's edit this. You can see right here the text in the button is called read more. All right, so this is where you can link this button. Click on select link. All right, so you can enter the URL here, or you can come directly to select any of the pages in your website. Let's select this. You click on set link. All right, this is the link here. Now after that, to talk about the style, then this is the background color. This is the background color of this button here. You can see that here. Right, so basically here you can set all of this to suit what you want. All right, now every of the elements here has two panels. We have the general and we have the design option. All right, this is where you can set the border color, you can set the border style, the border radius and the likes. So if you don't want to do all of this, you can just leave it the way it is here. All right, so after that you click on save changes. Now, changes you are saving here doesn't mean that it has been updated. You are only saving these changes in this place. If you want the entire changes to be effected, you have to click on update here. All right, so let's click on update here. All right, so it's going to update all the changes we have made. All right, for us to see the changes we've made, we just have to reload our home page here. All right, you can see here it's no longer equal. Why? Because I removed this particular writing at this place. All right, so you can see it's no longer equal. So right here I can change that. I can go back to make the correction. So basically here, this is how you can edit the first row. Now there is a beauty about this. The beauty about this is that what you did in this first row here, that's the same thing you're doing here, that's the same thing you're doing here. The only thing is that the button has different colors. All right, then before that we also have the general row settings. You can see under this column has a color setting. If you click on the pen icon here, you can edit this entire column. All right, so right here, if you want the parallax to be simple or you want it to be with fade, you select that. You can test run all of this to see how it functions. Then this is a design option. This is where you can select the inner padding, the outer padding, and the overall border padding. All right, after that you can select the border color, you can select your border style, you can select your border radius. And right here we'll talk about the background color. You can see here the color here is showing purple. That's because the background color has been set from this place. All right, and this is where you can also select background image. If you want this particular column to have an image, you can select an image to fill in this place. All right, but most of the times it's not advisable to put images like that. It could slow your websites down, so you can just leave the thing the way it is right here. Then the responses options, this is where you set the width size. You can see this is 4 column 1/3. Then right here we have the responsiveness. After that you click on save changes. So that's that for this column. You can still do this for this column, you can still do this for this column. And there is a general row settings. This setting is the one that controls all the settings we have here. All right, so if we click on this, we are editing the entire row. If we click on this, we are going to duplicate this row. We are going to have another row that looks exactly like this, just like you are duplicating. All right, so it's just a duplicate, but it's called clone. And if you click on the cancel here, it's going to delete this entire row. Right, let's assume we want to edit this. Let's just add color. So click on design options. So background color, let's make the background color to be green. We click on save changes. You can see, so let's update this. Let's go back to our website here and then let's reload this. You can see right here the background color is actually green. Let's change this back to white, please. That color is very odd. So we're going to select white here, click on update here. Let's update this and we'll reload this. Alright, so we have our design back. After this, the next thing here is the WD empty space. It means that they left a space here. You can see that WD empty space is the space we have here before the next writing that says we give global solution. All right, so this is very important. Then this heading is we give global solution. Let's click on that. You can see we give global solution and it's set to H2. After that, we have the text block. The text block is what tries to explain what kind of global solution they offer. Right, so you can set all of these to suit what you want. This is very easy to navigate. And after that, this is where we have the progress bar. Right, so if you click on edit a progress bar, you can see the progress bar is 95%. You can see the first one here is 95%. This is where you get to tweak all of that. You can set this to 100, you can set this to 100, you can set this to 100, but it's advisable that you leave this the way it is. If you set everything to 100, everybody that visits your website will know that you're just trying to praise yourself. All right, so after that, you click on save changes, and after that we'll move to the next one, which is our processes. All right, so same way we edited all this, that's the same way we'll go ahead to edit all of this. Very simple. Just go through them to see how you can add life to the home page. All right, this is where you can add new row. If you click on the plus sign here, now these are the elements you have in WP page bakery. All right, so right here, this is contact form 7, this is row. Right, let's close this particular row here is the row that you're seeing here. So if you click on the row here, it's going to expand a new row. This is a text block. The text block is what we are having here. This particular one here, you can see text block. So these are the elements here. Then we have the section, we have the icon, we have the separator, we have the zigzag separator, we have the separator with text, we have the message box, we have the hover box, we have the Facebook like, we have the Twitter button and the like. So you have to go through all of this to select the one that suits what you want. All right, then right here we have other content. So if you want to view all, you click on all. If you want to be more specific, if you really need content elements, this is where you're going to find the content element. If you want to get social elements, this is it here, and the likes. All right, so this is the duplicated ones. Right here we don't have Google Plus button again. We don't have the old tab. This is the author, the old accordion. So let's assume we want to add a row. Click on add row here. You can see we have successfully added the row. The next thing is to add the row layout. So let's select 3 by 3. You can see this is 1 2 3. It's the same thing with the first one we have here. This is 1 2 3. So right here we can just start adding elements to this row. If we click on the plus sign here, we can add a text. Right, so you can write anything in this text. You click on save changes. You can come right here, click on text block with icon. All right, so let's call this text block. All right, so let's leave the text like that. We're just testing out. All right, then let's have the image box. Let's click on the media library to select any image. You can see these are the images that was uploaded when we were trying to upload the demo data. So right here, let's select this, click on this. So click on save changes here. You can see right here we have successfully added 3 contents in these 3 elements. So if you want to keep adding, you click on the plus sign here. You can add the pie chart here, click on save changes. So that's how the first one was made. All right, so you can do this by adding on the plus and keep dropping, plus you keep dropping. All right, so basically here the home page is very important. All right, we have said that the color combination is very important. Make sure you consider the color of the logo so you can select the right color combination for your website. All right, so right here, let's assume we want to select the right color combination for our home page. It's very simple. There are so many ways you can do that depending on the kind of premium theme you are using. There are some that it's under customized. Some themes you'll find it under theme options. All right, you can see this is a Riverdark theme option. So let's try the customize here. You can see right here under the customize, under colors, This is the header text color. This is the background color is set to white. You can change all of this. You can select this to yellow. Let's publish. You can still see that at the theme options. When you hover your mouse on appearance, you click on this. You can see we have the color settings. When you click on that, you can see the primary color is set to blue, the secondary color is set to blue, then the address bar color is set to ash, the container background color is set to white, the header background color is set to white, the navigation text color black. This is more like a light black. Then this is footer text color white. You can change all of this. All right, so basically here, this is how you can work on your homepage. The advantage of using a theme that is related to the type of website you are designing is so that you can work with the templates that has been provided for you. All right, you can see right here we are having social icons. You can link the social icon right here. We are going to talk about how to work with the footer, how to replace logo and the likes. So right here, this is how you can work on your home page. So next section, we'll be looking at how to work on other pages and posts. So see you at the next section.